Hello, teacher. Remember how you promised to help me learn English? Morning, Joshua. Of course, I am your English teacher. That's my job. You told me that you were going to give me the best advice for speaking English. And I'm not just going to give you advice, I'm going to give you the three best tips for speaking English. I have been teaching English for almost 20 years, and this is what I have learned. If you really want to improve your English and speak fluently, you have to do these things. I have already given you some tips like talk to yourself, record yourself speaking, immerse yourself in English, and these tips are great to practice and improve your English. But there are three things you have to do if you really want to speak good English. Maybe you won't like it, but the first thing you have to do is practice speaking every day. Because to improve your English, you need to practice speaking as much as possible. Even if you don't have a native speaker to talk to, you can speak out loud to yourself. Here, you can apply all the tips I have already mentioned to practice speaking alone. But the main idea of this tip is to practice every day, from Monday to Sunday. Many students have been asking me about the frequency to practice English. Well, now I can tell you there is not an exactly amount of hours to practice your English. Some people recommend to study English 3 times a week. Others recommend to study 5 days a week or even only once a week. But the thing is that if you really want to improve your English, you have to practice every day. I don't mean you have to sit and read your textbook every day. Don't misunderstand me. But practice your English every day in many different ways. For example, Monday, you can practice speaking. Talk to yourself in front of the mirror. Tuesday, you can practice reading a text out loud, so you can practice reading and speaking. Wednesday, you can write a summary about the reading from Tuesday. Then you can read your writing to practice speaking and also pronunciation. Thursday, you can listen to podcasts or videos in English. Focus on everything they say. Try to understand what the speakers are saying, and you can practice shadowing here. Repeat after the speakers, trying to imitate their accent and intonation. Saturday, you can play games to practice your English. Games are great to practice. And Sunday, you can watch a movie in English with English subtitles. The movie you like. This is just an example. You don't have to do this routine exactly. Remember that. But the main point is you have to practice your English every day, every single day. You have to always be in contact with English because it is a language. And to learn a new language, you have to make it part of your life, your everyday life. And I also gave you that example of routine because I wanted to show you something. I want you to know that no matter what skill you practice, reading, writing, listening, you can also practice speaking while learning other skills. Remember that. Okay, let's move on to the next tip. Learn English with real life content. This is very important. Use materials like movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, or podcasts in English. This is not only fun, but also teaches you how people really speak. Choose something that interests you. For example, if you like cooking, watch cooking videos in English. Write down new words or phrases and repeat them. Pause the video and say the words out loud to practice your pronunciation. You can also try listening to English songs and singing along. For example, a simple song like Imagine by John Lennon has clear lyrics and easy to understand. Learning English this way helps you learn vocabulary, improve your listening skills, and understand the culture behind the language. It is very useful. The thing is that you have to practice your English with real life content. Real people speaking about real things, everyday topics, tips, daily routines. For example, I watch videos on YouTube every day, videos about things that interest me. I watch highlights of soccer games in English, talent castings in English. Whatever you like, but consume content in the language you want to learn. Finally, I have to tell you something very important. Pay attention. If you really want to improve your English, set specific goals and track your progress. Because improving your English becomes easier when you have clear goals. For example, set a goal to learn 10 new words every week or read one English article every day. Write down your goals and track your progress. Keep a notebook where you write the new words you learn, sentences using those words, and the grammar rules you are practicing. Try that. For example, if your goal is to learn past tense verbs, write sentences like, Yesterday I walked to the park, or I watched a movie last night. Review your notes at the end of the week. Tracking your improvement will motivate you and show you that you're getting better, but you need to track your progress. Because many of my students tell me that they want to improve their English, but they don't know what aspects they have or want to improve and how much. These practical and interesting tips will make your English learning journey more enjoyable. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember that learning a language is a process. It's okay to take your time. Not everyone learns at the same speed. So, as an extra tip, I'm going to tell you not to compare yourself to others. Focus on your progress, and you will see that little by little you will improve your English. And well, these are the 3 tips I can give you with the years of experience I have. I really appreciate your advice, teacher. Thank you very much. That was awesome. No problem. And if you want more tips to learn English, just let me know. Good afternoon, Dominic. We'll start in some minutes. How are you today? Good afternoon, Mr. Travel. I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm ready for class. That's what I love to hear. Well, today we're going to do something different and very fun. We are going to talk about 10 very useful topics. You need to pay attention because it can help you improve your fluency very fast. Wow, that sounds interesting. What topics are we going to talk about? Simple topics, but very powerful. Things like food, routine, family dreams, and more. These are topics you can talk about with anyone, anytime. That's the best part. And I assure you, if you practice speaking about these things every day, you will become much more fluent, much faster. So, are you ready? Ready? Of course. I'm ready, Mr. Treble. Let's go. I want to speak English. Perfect. All right. Let's start with the first topic food. Tell me, Dominic, what's your favorite food and why? My favorite food is pizza. I love pizza because it has cheese, and I love cheese so much. I also like that you can put many things on top, like pepperoni, mushrooms, meat, sausage, or even pineapple. What else can I tell you? When I eat pizza, I feel very happy. It's also a food that I can share with my friends or family, so it makes me feel good. That's fantastic, Dominic. See, talking about food is easy and fun. You can describe what you like, why you like it, and even share some memories. Very good. Now, let's go with the second topic, your daily routine. Tell me, Dominic, what do you usually do in a normal day? Well, my routine is not very complicated. I usually wake up at around 7 a.m. I brush my teeth, take a quick shower, and eat a small breakfast. Usually cereal or toast. Then I go to school and study until the afternoon. What else? When I come home, I have lunch, um, do my homework, and sometimes play video games or watch videos online. At night, I have dinner with my family and then go to bed around 10:30 p.m. I know it's a pretty simple day, but that's what I do every day. No, that's perfect. Very good. Talking about your routine is super useful. You can do the same when you meet new people or when you travel. So that's very good. Now, let's move to the third topic, family. That's also an important topic. Tell me a little about your family, Dominic. My family, sure. My family is small but very close. I live with my mom, my dad, and my little sister. My mom is a teacher, and my dad works in an office. My sister is only 7 years old, and she's very funny. We like spending weekends together. Sometimes we go to the park. Sometimes we watch movies at home. We like watching comedy movies. I feel lucky to have a family that supports me and loves me very much. That's beautiful, Dominic. Talking about family is always a good topic because everyone has a story to tell. Now, number four, dreams. Also very important. Dominic, what are your dreams for the future? Oh, I have many dreams. One big dream is to travel around the world. I want to visit countries like Japan, Italy, and Australia. I also dream of becoming a game designer because I love technology and creativity. Oh, another small dream is to learn how to play the guitar someday. I think music is very special and it can make people feel strong emotions. Dreams are a great topic because they show who you are and what you want. Plus, Talking about your dreams is very emotional, and the emotions make conversations better. All right, topic number 5, free time. Tell me, Dominic, what do you like to do when you are free? In my free time, I love playing video games with my friends online. It's fun because we can talk and laugh while playing. I also enjoy riding my bike. It makes me feel free and relaxed. Sometimes, if the weather is bad, I read comics or watch funny videos. I think free time is important. I agree 100%, Dominic. Now, let's talk about the sixth topic, travel. Have you ever traveled before? Or where would you like to travel? I haven't traveled a lot yet. I visited a beach once with my family, and it was amazing. The water was so blue, and the sand was very soft. I built a giant sand castle. In the future, I would love to travel to Japan because I love anime. And I want to see cherry blossoms. I also want to eat real sushi. Japan sounds great. Travel is one of the best topics to practice because it's exciting. People love to talk about places and adventures. It works very well. All right, number 7, hobbies. What hobbies do you have? Well, I think my main hobby is drawing. I love drawing characters from my favorite games and shows. I also enjoy collecting little figures and models. Another hobby I have is trying new foods. We order food from different restaurants. I always want to try new things, even if they look weird. That's awesome. Hobbies make conversations more personal and fun. Number 8, future plans. What plans do you have for the next year? Next year, I want to start taking art classes to become better at drawing. I also plan to improve my English even more because maybe one day I will need it for work or travel. I also hope to get a part time job when I'm old enough. Maybe at a game store or a cafe. I think working teaches you important things. Excellent. Future plans show your ambition and goals. Now, number 9, problems. I will ask you two important questions. Have you faced any small problems recently? How did you solve them? Yes, last month my laptop stopped working right before a big school project. I felt very stressed.
But instead of panicking, I asked my friend if I could use his computer. He said yes. I was able to finish my project on time. After that, I saved money and bought a better laptop. I learned that staying calm and asking for help is very important when you have problems. That's a good story, Dominic. Talking about problems and how to solve them shows your character and teaches important lessons. Finally, number 10, favorite memories. Can you share one of your favorite memories? Sure. One of my favorite memories is from my 10th birthday. Yeah, my parents organized a surprise party for me. I had no idea, seriously. When I came home from school, all my friends were hiding in the living room. They jumped out and yelled, "Surprise!" And I almost cried from happiness. We had pizza, played games, and stayed up late um, watching movies. It's one of those days I will never forget because I felt so loved. What a beautiful memory, Dominic. Memories are powerful because they can make conversations full of emotion and connection. Dominic, you did an amazing job today. We talked about 10 important topics, and you spoke with heart and confidence. Remember, if you practice speaking about these topics every day, even if it's just with yourself or with a friend, you will become fluent very fast. Just practice these 10 topics. Thank you, Mr. Travel. I feel more confident now, and it was really fun too. That's the spirit. Learning English should be fun, not stressful. I'm very proud of you. And to everyone listening or reading this conversation, talk about food, routine, family, dreams, free time, travel, hobbies, future plans, problems, and favorite memories. Remember, practice a little every day, and you will be surprised how fast you improve. Alright, guys, remember to do your homework for the next class. I checked your exams, and you made many mistakes. You have to improve it. Hi, teacher. Yeah, about those mistakes, I have a question, please. Hello, Simon. Sure. What is your question? Tell me. About the mistakes you mentioned, I think I am making many of them. I mean, I'm just starting to learn English, And I think I'm making a lot of mistakes. And those mistakes prevent me from learning and improving my English. I need your help. I really want to learn English. I want to speak English well. Yeah, I see. I am happy you really want to learn English. Pay attention. Here's a detailed list of modern and common mistakes students make while learning English. The first and one of the most important is being afraid of making mistakes. Some students are so scared of speaking incorrectly that they avoid speaking at all. They feel embarrassed about their grammar or pronunciation. But don't worry, I will give you the solution now. Listen, what you have to do is understand that making mistakes is part of learning. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new. That's the thing. Find a language buddy or join English speaking groups where everyone is learning. Practice daily conversations with yourself in front of a mirror. Celebrate small wins, like ordering food in English or introducing yourself to someone. Remember, no one speaks perfectly at first. Fluency comes from confidence, not perfection. Another common mistake students usually make is overusing textbook English. Learners often stick to formal English phrases from textbooks that sound unnatural. For example, saying, "How do you do?" instead of the more common "What's up?" But what is the solution? Well, expose yourself to real life English. Watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, or follow influencers who speak casually. Write down new expressions and practice using them in context. Learn the slang or idiomatic expressions like piece of cake or break a leg. Using modern English will make you sound more natural and relatable. Another common mistake is focusing only on grammar. Some students focus so much on grammar rules that they neglect practicing speaking, listening, and reading. As a result, they can write well but struggle to communicate in real life. What is the solution? What you have to do is balance your learning. Dedicate specific days to practice speaking and listening. Use apps like Duolingo for grammar and others like Hello Talk to practice conversation. Read easy books or articles aloud to improve both reading and pronunciation. Remember, communication is the goal, not just grammar perfection. Another mistake that students usually make is translating directly from your native language. Many learners translate word for word from their native language into English. This often leads to confusing sentences because grammar and sentence structures differ across languages. But don't worry, I will give you the solution. Listen. Stop thinking in your native language. Instead, practice thinking directly in English. Start small. Describe simple things around you in English. Watch movies or shows without subtitles to absorb natural sentence structures. Over time, your brain will adjust to forming English sentences naturally. What else? Oh, relying too much on subtitles. That's a common mistake. Many learners watch English movies or shows with subtitles in their native language. While helpful at first, it can become a crutch that slows down progress. I have the solution for that. Gradually reduce subtitle dependence. Start by watching with English subtitles. When comfortable, turn them off. And rely on context to understand. Repeat scenes if necessary. This will train your ears to recognize English words and phrases in real time. Oh, this is also very common in students. Using the same vocabulary. Some students stick to a small set of words they are comfortable with, leading to repetitive and limited communication. The solution? Expand your vocabulary. Learn 3 to 5 new words daily. And use them in sentences. Group words by themes like food, travel, or work to make learning easier. Also use flashcards or apps to review new words. The more words you know, the better you can express yourself. Another common mistake is ignoring intonation and stress. Speaking English with flat intonation makes your sentences sound robotic. Proper intonation and stress are key to sounding natural and clear. For example, I didn't say she stole your money. Changes meaning depending on the stress word. What to do? Practice with audio resources. Shadow native speakers by repeating after them. Also, pay attention to which words they emphasize. This is very important to speak fluent English. Oh, and one of the most common mistakes is expecting quick results. Many students want to master English in a few months and get frustrated when progress is slow. Set realistic goals. Learning a language takes time and consistency. Break your goals into small, achievable steps like learn 10 new words this week. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Remember, language learning is a journey, not a race. With patience and persistence, you'll get there. Believe me. Oh, one more. Please don't do it. Overloading yourself with rules. Some learners spend too much time memorizing grammar rules and exceptions instead of practicing. This can make English seem harder than it really is. What you have to do is focus on communication first. Instead of mastering every grammar rule, prioritize what you need for daily conversations. Learn simple tenses like present, past, and future before diving into complex ones. Use grammar naturally by writing or speaking, not just studying theory. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to be understood. Remember that. Well, learning English is not about being perfect. You have to know that. It's about improving step by step, enjoying the process, and connecting with others. Mistakes are natural and even necessary. Embrace them. Keep practicing. And soon you'll see incredible progress. Keep going. You've got this. Wow, that was incredible. I really appreciate your help, teacher. Don't worry. And there are more common mistakes, but we don't have time. But if you want a second part of this video, just let me know and like the video. I hope you liked this conversation. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. And if you want to support this channel, you can join us. Thank you very much for your support. Take care.